This is a video guide for integration. An integral is a function defined on the closed interval from a to b, and the limit as n approaches to infinity of the summation of 1 to n of f of ci delta x exists. A simple example is 2 dx from 0 to 2. One way to solve is to graph the function and find the area between the two limits. For this particular problem, the answer is 4. A common step in many problems is the power rule for integration. You need to add a 1 to the exponent, then divide by that number. Remember to add a constant. This is because from deriving, any constant number is dropped. Now, when we reverse the process, we add the constant back. Here's a quick example problem. Just like in the last problem, we're going to add a 1 to the exponent, and that'd make it 3 plus 1, then we'll divide by 3 plus 1. And afterwards we have to remember to add the constant. Then we just simplify and there's your answer. Integration isn't as simple as x and numbers, there's also sine and cosine. If f equals sine x and the first derivative of f equals cosine x times the derivative of x, then the integral of f is negative sine plus c. It's negative because if cosine was f, then the f first derivative would be negative sine x times the derivative of x. Since we're reversing the process, we'll put back the negative. There's also formulated integrals you need to memorize, like arctan of x. It equals the first derivative of x over 1 plus x squared. Do you remember the chain rule back from derivatives? Well, when we reverse the process, that's not what it's called. It's called UDU substitution now. First example, we're going to have the integral of 2x times x squared plus 1 to the 4th power dx. The first step we're going to use is UDU. Use the inside, and the inside is x squared plus 1. So we're going to put that there, then derive that to get du, which is 2x dx. Then what we're going to do with those is substitute it into the original equation. Then we'll get a simple and easy power rule of integration problem. Now what you have to remember here is to add the c, and then you have to plug in the u's back into the equation so that you can get your answer. Final example, we're going to have the integral of x squared times the square root of x cubed dx. We're going to use u du, and u is x cubed, du is 3x squared. We're missing a 3, so we're going to put a 1/3 in the front so that we can put a 3 inside the problem. Then it's just a normal problem. We're going to take the equations and substitute them in. The square root of u, we'll change that to u to the 1/2 power. We'll add 1 and divide by 3 over 2. Then we get to add c. To finish the equation, we have to plug the u in terms of x back into the equation.